So now we come to the part of the show where we talk about music selection. You've got all your tunes, you know them inside out, you're confident of your mixing skills. So now it's all about programming the night. If you're playing for what usually is about a 2-hour set, you get to the club at least half an hour early, you check out what the guy's playing or girl is playing before you, see how the crowd is reacting to that. If you're playing for the 2-hour set, make sure you have enough records because you never know. You might end up playing 3 hours, 4 hours. You're doing some sort of warehouse party or a house party, your friends, for instance. They might say, yeah, come and play for an hour, and I've ended up playing for at least 5 or 6 hours. So it's nice to have a big selection, be flexible, and just keep an eye on the crowd. Now, in your set, you're usually going to have about 4 or 5 top tunes, the ones, what we call floor fillers. Guaranteed, everyone's going to know them, everyone's going to jump on the floor and have a great time to them. So what you don't want to do is come on with the big 4, and then you've got an hour and 3/4 of sort of in-between tunes. So you want to program the set, pick them up maybe the first hour, and especially if you're playing at the last set of the night, you're closing the night, then the last 10 minutes you want to be right up there. You want to leave everyone on an absolute buzz. Or if you're building up for, say, another big-name DJ, you don't really want to take the limelight away too much. You just want to build the night, because then the promoter will appreciate you a lot more for doing that rather than try and come on and steal all the glory. You want people to leave that club saying, who the hell was that guy playing? Okay, here we are in Oxfordshire to Massive Records, probably one of the best record shops in the country. This is all about buying the tunes, listening to the records that you're going to create your taste and what you're going to eventually, hopefully, playing out into the clubs. Let's go.
Massive Records started 12 years ago now. We cater for everybody, from your bedroom DJ to your top-level DJ. When the whole kind of dance scene erupted in 87, 88, that's what I really got into. Always wanted to do my own dance specialist store. So here I am today.
This is one of my favourite parts of the job, checking out all these records. I'm in here with a big pile of tunes, we've got to go through them. So it depends on what you're looking for. Now, we haven't really got time to go through everyone, listen to these start to finish. So what you got to do, you got to skip through them, looking for, you know, a good intro, some good beats, maybe a nice riff, a drop, or a good vocal. Just got to know what to look for. So we've got new one, Santos, Key Delore from Italy. Haven't heard this one before, so we're going to check it out. We get the vibe of the intro, some nice drum intro, percussion building up nicely, so we can skip through, we can get the vibe of where the track's going. Nice funky, sort of disco-y, Latin, piano feel to it. So it's going to be like a sort of slightly techie, slightly disco flavour, something that Carl Cox might like. Check out the flip side. You can see these little grooves that I was talking about earlier, something you can't do with the CD players at the moment, but they're getting it sorted out. So these little grooves, that's usually the break or the vocal drop or something happening in the records. You can usually skip to that. There's your intro there, there's all your drums. You really don't have to listen to that over and over again. You can hear what's coming in, the hats, the percussion. And there's the drop, the track is off. It's got a nice Latin feel, that sort of tune that will go well in Ibiza. So we're going to keep hold of that one, add it to the pile, and off we go to the next one.
There's such a stigma attached with record stores. So many people have had bad experiences in record stores. Moody staff, I mean, here at Massive, we are completely the opposite, friendly as possible. Hello, Joanna. Hello, darling, how are you? Well, on a consultancy basis, we look after everyone from Pete Tong, Paul, obviously, through to Sasha, Fatboy Slim, about 400 A-list guys worldwide, I suppose.
The idea of a good shop is to know your customers. So you walk into the shop, you need to get a relationship with the guys behind the counter, so they know you don't have to go through hundreds and hundreds of records that you're not going to like. So, for instance, this pile here is what I've gone through so far, and these are the ones I'm going to take. And I've only probably put away about 3 or 4 records, and they're the ones I've already got. So, you know, the guys know their stuff, they know exactly what sort of stuff I'm into.
I mean, for us, one of the main things is actually sourcing as many hot exclusive titles as possible. A lot of record stores deal with, say, a handful of 15 distributors that are all UK based. For us, we'll go worldwide in sourcing as much hot stuff as possible.
There we go. Be gentle with me.
Okay, Paul. Thank you. Excellent. Working in a record shop is a very good way into DJing, yeah, because obviously you're meeting co-promoters, you're meeting fellow DJs in store, you've got access to so many people in the business, and it's an absolutely fantastic job. So get in your local store, start off there, and the sky's the limit.
Oi, oi, Blocko, how are you, son? What are you up to? Yeah, it's cracking down here, mate. Get yourself down here. All right, my old lover. Ta-da.
When you're structuring your set, always look out for the big breakdown, because it's always a big crowd pleaser, and some of the biggest records out there at the moment will always have that big moment, a big drop. So obviously you need to play that and play it not too early, because you want to be building the night, you want to peak it, you want to bring it down, you want to peak it. It all depends on your sort of style. If you're playing, for instance, hard techno, you're going to be pretty forward to the floor straight away. You know, lots of tricks, lots of EQ. If you're playing trance, you want to build it up, build some vocals. If you have 3 big records, you don't want to play one after the other. You want to give them a nice bit of time. You can play these sort of in-between records with some just good beats, maybe a good vocal, some good drums, just to get the crowd moving, and then you can peak it up to the big record. So here we are down in the Terminal studio in the basement with
Ollie from Digital Fidget, John Chalmers from Digital Fidget.
Cool, and these boys are working on a track. And what we're doing today, we're going to get you in the studio and we're going to sort of give you the rundown of how tracks are actually made, the 4/4 formula that I was talking to you about, the 4 to the 4 beats of pretty much every house record that is made. So if we can zoom in here, please, Johnny. Now, these orange cubes here represent 1 bar, which is 4 beats, the 1, 2, 3, 4. And they work in formulas of 4. There's 4 bars, there's 8 bars. Now, go. 2, 3, 4. There's 1 bar, 2 bars, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bars, right? Now, you count to another 4 bars, then something's going to happen here. It's the hi-hats. There's the hats. They come in on the 1, 2, 3, 4. That come in on the 8th bar. That's when the hats come in. You can see here, something's going to come out. What's that, the kick drum?
Yeah.
Kick drum out.
Right, yeah.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your bar. Now it's going to repeat again. And in your mind, when you start mixing, you're going to have that constant in your head. Now here it comes, beat. You have that in mind when you're mixing. It's going to make it a lot easier. So you know things are going to happen. Once again, it's very important to know your records as well.
Now there's so many DJs and everyone wants to do it. The quickest way I would say now is to make a track, I think, or start your own night, build a crowd, get people behind you. Just work really hard. It's not all about glamour and fun and all that. It's really hard work.